Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and welcome back to another K-Rino Tuesday. Today, we're going to be reacting to Valley of Decision. This suggested by Young Rugged and Raw. So thank you, Young Rugged, for the suggestion. Keep them coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, especially if you want to see more K every single Tuesday. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Valley Decision is all about. Let's see what K-Rino got to say. Let's get it. Hmm. There's an interesting instrument coming in here where it's like it almost gives me like accordion vibes. I'm not sure, like somebody breathing over a harmonica, but not really playing through it. You can feel like the it's a very strange noise coming in. I wonder if that'll actually kind of like play itself out once we get into the track, or it's gonna like kind of sit in the background. There's also an interesting kind of like fuzz, almost like a lo-fi type of feeling about the track. There's like a little bit of warmth to it. Let's see where it goes.
I'm in a spiritual prison, but on this day I've arisen to the vision of an internal God and Satan collision. The fight to win me took place within me, and whoever I submitted to would ultimately choose where they would send me. I stood motionless, approaching this comatoseness with openness. Could only hope and wish for sanity when I awoke from this. I'm coping with the possibility of making the wrong choice. No reason to rejoice. I heard Satan speaking my own voice. You love me, don't you? Think of
Okay, nice start. Clean rhymes coming in. You can definitely hear the age on this track. You know, like I said, there's definitely a little bit of fuzz. K's voice definitely mixed a little bit low into the track. There was like one bar where, for like a couple words, I was having trouble hearing exactly what he was saying. For the most part, I can hear everything pretty clearly, but nice delivery, nice bars coming in, some very clean rhymes. Bring it back just a little bit.
approaching this comatoseness with openness. Could only hope and wish for sanity when I awoke from this. I'm coping with the possibility of making the wrong choice. No reason to rejoice. I heard Satan speaking my own voice. You love me, don't you? Think of everything I meant to you since day one. Remember all the happiness I sent to you. The days that I provided ways for cash to pay the rent for you. The things you meant to do that he prevented you, I lent to you. He tempted you when you let worldly elements affect you. The things that I prevented you were done so to protect you. I expect you to make mistakes, but Carl, I won't neglect you. Follow me and I'll eject secular ways and resurrect you. You know I'll follow you, God.
Very interesting feeling to this, man. Like, almost gives me like Sorcerer Saga type vibes with the different voices he's taking on. Seems like the deep voice might be the voice of God, and the rest is just the voice of K. And then what even is it? There's like a verse in the Bible about like walking through the valley in the shadow of death, you fear no evil, blah blah blah. I'm wondering if that's where Valley of Decision is coming in, and the conversation with God prompting some questions to require a decision by the end of it. We'll see, but let's keep it rolling.
Things that I prevented you were done so to protect you. I expect you to make mistakes, but Carl, I won't neglect you. Follow me and I'll eject secular ways and resurrect you. You know I'll follow you, God. Your power, I done seen it. Yeah, I hear your mouth profess, but I don't think you really mean it. You've been claiming religion, but you seem to do what I say. If he got more to offer, why you always leaning my way? That's a good question. See, God, it's like you there, but still I'm one deep. Sometimes the abstract's harder to take to than the concrete. So talking faith is one thing.
Okay, interesting. I think it's K, the god and devil. The low voice being the devil, the other voice that sounds slightly different from like K's regular voice being God. I'll find a better way to describe that as we go. But kind of talking to him like, look, why are you talking to him? Seems like you always following my steps, following my lead. What's going on with that?
Sometimes the abstract's harder to take to than the concrete. So talking faith is one thing, I wanna feel you like a sunbeam. But a key part of faith, son, is believing in the unseen. What do you mean? Let me explain it, K-Rino. Do you believe you have a brain? Yeah. Have you ever seen it? No. Oh, now do you understand? Yeah, just
Imagine that. Have you ever seen your brain? No? Do you have faith then you have a brain then? It's not a fact. A little ridiculous, but I feel you that it makes sense.
have a brain? Yeah. Have you ever seen it? No. Oh, now do you understand? Yeah, just hit me. Just because I can't see you, that don't mean that you ain't with me. Let me jump between this nonsense. Y'all analyze too much. What feels better, things you visualize, or things that you can touch. You already know the business if you step into my zone. I'll award you all the lustful things that he'll never condone. This reminds me of a Dolomite movie. If I make a deal with you, then in the end, you gon' do me. I'm caught between two forces trying to actively pursue me. Confused on who's truly loaded with the tools to rule me. I already
Talking about making a deal with the devil, always some twist, kind of like a genie's wish, or, how many other characters are there in stories that give out deals and what people want, but there's always some kind of fallback to it. There's always something wrong with what they end up giving you. Classic storytelling right there. Like the vibes of it, man. It's cool. Definitely with the voice of God is where I have the most trouble hearing. I think it has something to do with the way he's changing the tone and inflection of his voice combined with EQing and compressors tied into the octaves of the different instruments in the instrumental and all of that. But it's not, you can still hear it. It's not like it's disappearing completely.
forces trying to actively pursue me. Confused on who's truly loaded with the tools to rule me. I already rule you, won't you just admit it? Never. Think of all the things I gave you, all the fun we had together. Yeah, we did have some good times. So let's end this discussion. Wait a minute, K. Think of all the pain and repercussions, all the problems that you caused people. And when trouble got too hard, who saved your life and fixed the situation? It was you, Lord. That's right, son. So come with me, I'll show you real wealth. You bowing down to an entity that's lower than yourself. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll follow you. You made the right choice. You won't regret this.
And there's different levels of reverb on all of the vocals as well. It seems like God has the most. I don't know how much reverb the devil has on it. Kind of feels comparable to just his K's regular voice, the voice of K in this track. Feels pretty tight, not too much dissipation or anything. But great construction, nice delivery. I love the feel of it being a conversation and him being all of the people in the conversation. You could look at that in so many ways as him just playing the character of the God and the devil, or maybe those constructs are actually more within you and these are those voices. Well, they're his personal voices because they're within us and you have your own personal God and devil inside yourself. A lot of ways you could go around it. I don't know if we need to dig in that far, but yeah, I mean, honestly, if you gave this like a remaster, a remix, just to like clean everything up, add some strength into the vocal, and really some like clarity would be great.
Come with me, I'll show you real wealth. You bowing down to an entity that's lower than yourself. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll follow you. You made the right choice. You won't regret this. Hold up, God. What's the matter with your voice? Oh, I'm just a little horse, son, from all of this debating. God, horse? Wait a minute. I've been tricked, man. This is Satan. You deceived me. It brought me here to make me follow wrong. Yeah, the voice you thought was God was really my voice all along. Well, if that's the case, I didn't know, so God will still bless me. That means that God was speaking in your voice to try to test me. I guess at least I'm hoping that's the way it gotta be. Not necessarily, actually, K, both voices with me. Oh man, I done accidentally condemned my own soul. Gave it up to evil, knowing that ain't even how I roll. Yeah, I see.
Oh man, I accidentally condemned my own soul. Oh shucks, oh golly gee, K-Rino. That's That was a funny way to say that. So it's been a trick the whole time. The devil is God. There is no God. God's dead and we killed him. You know, it's one of those days, man. Kay's condemned. We're all going to hell. Who cares? But but it's a nice flip here. It's a nice twist at the end. You know, well, not even really the end. We got like 2 minutes left of this track. But you know, I think I've said this about a lot of the tracks I've heard from K recently, and it's just the luck of the draw. We've been definitely on his slower tracks. Nothing too crazy with like what's it like verbal acrobatics. Like the flows are pretty straightforward on the tracks we've been hearing recently. Nothing wrong with that. Great flows. They're clean. They work well. The rhymes, they're clean. They work well. We got some great stories going on. Right now we got, you know, almost like the movie of Kay talking to who we thought was God and the devil turns out to just be the devil. But maybe God will come in here at the end and it'll actually be God. And maybe Kay will be saved. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Accidentally condemned my own soul, gave it up to evil, knowing that ain't even how I roll. Yeah, I sin, but I love God, and that's who I submit to. I know, son, and that's why I came down here to get you. Hold up now, who is this? See, now I'm getting confused. I'm the real God, this was a test, son, you made it through. How I know this ain't another trick, and what you say is true. Once you claim me, Satan lost all power over you, but he was never here in this case. I made it this hard. So you was God posing as Satan, doing an imitation of God, acting like Satan. That's too deep, but I'm glad it's all over. It's never over, cause the real devil.
Bruh, M. Night Shyamalan must have studied K-Rino's music. It was God pretending to be Satan, pretending to be God. But now it's actually just God. And he passed the test, apparently. I guess I failed. I lost all faith immediately. Y'all saw it. I was ready for the fire and the brimstone, man. Bring out the sulfur. But this is cool though. This is cool. Extremely meta in that effect.
God acting like Satan, that's too deep, but I'm glad it's all over. It's never over, cause the real devil is always on your shoulder. So remember, every single trial that I put you through, if you was in the valley of decision, what would you do?
That synth is dirty. That is amazing. I love the feel of that, man. I want more. I want more of that on these K tracks. Oh, did we get like a skip there? Interesting. Okay. It just kind of loops until the end. If y'all been watching for a while, you already know. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. Those outros, I think they're lazy. They don't do anything. They don't provide any direction. It just plays over and over again until it fades out. You know, give us a couple different chords in there or something. Just evolve that melody just like 2 times and just like once. Add a slightly different note and it does. We don't need 8 bars of outro. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do, right? But regardless, it was a cool track, man. You know, the mix could definitely use some work, but the overall content of K's writing and his delivery, it's all there. It's all rock solid. Very interesting idea for a track. Brought me back to the Sorcerer Saga at the beginning, and then the whole twist of it always being the devil, but then it was always God just pretending to be the devil, pretending to be God. And I don't even know. I'm going to have to listen back to this one a couple times, but thank you again to Young, Rugged, and Raw for the suggestion. Keep 'em coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang, and I will see you all next time.